Once you separate out the striping, or draw the striping, or whatever, basically you can export it from Civil 3D, or Map 3D, call it, using the map export command. Basically you'll give this a name and put it in a folder wherever you're going to put it. Put mine in here, and I'm usually going to keep the name the same as my file or whatever I'm exporting, so that way I know what it is when I take it over. This is my green road striping. And there are two ways to do it, of course. Well, there are more than two, but you can use an SDF file to take it over into InfraWorks. That works, I think, much better than a shape file. But if you want to send it out to somebody else, you can always use a shape file. So I'm just going to do an SDF, and then I'll hit OK. And I'll repeat the process for the other stripes. But basically, I can say select all. I've separated everything out into a separate drawing, but if you had to do it manually, you should isolate your layers and then select them manually. Basically, you can say feature class, what it's going to be. So this is just a polygons. That's what I drew. There's other tutorials that show you how to do striping and then put a thickness on it inside of InfraWorks, but I'm actually drawing the thickness as rectangles. I think it's just going to look easier and crisper. Also, the options, if you want to do the coordinates, it's automatically going to pull the coordinates anyways. So I'm just going to say, well, I'm not converting, so it's going to pull these coordinates here. And then just treat as closed polygons. So everything will be perfectly closed. So I'm just going to say selection. It doesn't matter. I'm just picking all the layers in here, and I'll say OK. And it basically extracts that, and then I can pull it over into InfraWorks. So like I said, just repeat the same process for any other striping that you have. Make sure you have closed polygons, and then if you have any floating polylines, like just make sure you clean up your drawing so there's nothing extra floating around that won't cause issues when you bring it over into